So if you didn't know, Zhiyun's coming out with their own series of lights, a light wand and also a light brick. This is their Zhiyun Fiveray F100 light wand, and this is a banger of a light. It features a 100 watt light, your normal color temperature of 2700 Kelvin all the way to 6200 Kelvin, an HSI mode, and also several different variety of light effects as well. It has some familiar ones, but also some brand new ones that you've never seen, which actually makes it very interesting. This light also delivers faithful color accuracy as well. You can see in the background on these are another brand lights, and they're at about, as far as the HSI mode, they're at 240. For some reason, with some lights on camera, it comes out like a purple, but with this light, it comes out as blue, so that is always a plus. And as a bonus, it features USB-C fast charging, just in case you need to, well, fast charge your light for a fast project. Okay, let's take a closer look at the actual build of the light. And if you can see, this thing is an actual beast. It kind of represents almost like a tube light feeling, but it's more of a rectangular, angular kind of feel with some round edges. First, you'll see it's got like a nice little leather grip right here on the top. The grip is just on the one side, not all around, just on this part. And of course, on the grip, you've got a nice little character lettering on this side as well. It looks really cool and nice. As we turn it around, you'll see some vents for the light as well, and also fans. Funny enough, these fans do keep light very cool, and I've never once through the usage of this light ever heard the fans kicking on. The light has always stayed cool, and I haven't felt any kind of heat whatsoever. You know how you just turn a light and you just kind of feel the temperature just get hot and you start to feel that bead of sweat coming down? Haven't experienced with this yet. So it does really great when it comes to temperature. Of course, you can see you have your barn doors right here. You can open up. So it can actually spread the light, or you can direct the light if you like. It's up to you. This is removable. You can remove it if you like. And on the back, we actually see our control panel, which is very familiar to the actual Zhiyun Tune-Up series control panels. So if you have like one of their gimbals, you'll be familiar with how their control panels work. Nice little dial right here, press in to turn it on. You have an LCD screen right here. And also on the bottom, you have a tread to mount on a tripod for it, so you can stand it up and actually, set up however you like. So now let's actually use the light, because that's what you came here for. So we'll just press the power button on so it can turn on. Now, like I said before, the function is actually very similar to the other wheels that Zhiyun would use before on their gimbals. You have a multi-directional press dial right here. So if I were to press to the left, this would take me straight to my, let me just turn this on. Just open this up. This would actually take me straight to my color temperature. Okay, so to the left, we're on our color temperature. And of course, I can use the wheel to actually change the temperature that I have right here. If I wanted to go to the intensity of the light or the temperature, I can just press the same direction again, and it'll take me to the intensity. And then I can focus it right there as well. Now, like I said before earlier, this does feature a 100 watt light. For my experiences so far, that only comes in one mode, and that's the max mode. So when I press up on this, let me just show you right now. Right now, that's how bright it is. Now, when I press up on this, it goes into a really super bright mode where it says max. And I can see this thing is really, 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 really bright. I mean, you can just see how well it just lights up my background. And from there, of course, you can play with it. The next one, if you just press down, that'll move us to our HSI mode. So we'll press there, and now we're in our HSI mode. Now, one thing that I have noticed when it comes to the HSI mode is that while it does have really good, nice saturated deep color rendering with the color, it doesn't actually get a lot too bright when it actually comes to the HSI mode. As you can see right here, we have our 240 mode. We've got 100% saturation and 100% intensity of light, and it's not really that bright. Of course, the barn doors can help reflect that and actually, spread the light even more. But yeah, as far as brightness within the HSI, it's not as bright. And I feel like while I may be disappointed, I'm okay with that, because in HSI mode, when you're a little too bright, all you get is just a whole bunch of hot spots, and you got to bring the light further and further away. So from my experiences so far, even though I do wish I had the option to get brighter, I get a nice even spread of light with not too many hot spots, of course, depending on where I put it. Let's go to our next one. If I go to the right now, that brings up to our effects. And you have different effects. Right now you have your tried and true candle. Okay, I'm going to see how I can... Yeah, how do I show this to you? We have our tried and true candle. And then we go to do it again. We have our lightning. We have our fire. Oh, actually, let me go back. Let's go back to the beginning. We have our SOS. Okay, then we have our TV effect. Then we have our light bulb effect, candle effect, flashing effect, such as lightning effect, fire effect. Okay, and then we move to the actually cool special effects on this that are unique to this light. I haven't seen these effects on any other lights, which actually makes it pretty cool. You're not getting the standard police, fire truck, ambulance effects or fireworks effects. You got some really cool effects here that I feel it will be actually really cool when it comes to kind of like setting up in the background for some cool design. All right, so this is effect 0 when it comes to it. We go to effect 1. This is like an RGB effect. Okay, yeah. Effect number 2, again, yeah, we've got some red lights that are kind of going across each other. Effect 3, we've got, yeah, like it's kind of like a lightsaber. Zoom. Okay, I'm like, yeah. All right, another red light just kind of going up from bottom to up. Number 5, got a cool little rainbow effect that's glittering about. Number 6, yeah, it's red and white lights that are just going about. And number 7, this is kind of like a reddish and a purple light just kind of going about as well. And then it resets back to SOS. Now let's talk about accessories, because this does come with a good amount of accessories. You do get a power adapter to actually charge your light. You do get a tripod that comes with it. Nice little wide tripod that just screws to the bottom so you can actually stand it up. You get this really nice carrying case, again, with the character lettering on the side to carry around everything. And of course, you get a diffuser and also a grid for the light that works in conjunction with the reflector. So let's bring this out. Open up just a bit. And then let me go back to my CCT mode. There you go. And then all I'll do is just put it around. Yeah. And then you can see how we can, I got it at 100 right now. Let me actually bring it down. Went to max. Okay, you can see how you can bring a soft light right here to actually maybe give yourself a little fill light. Aside from the actual softbox, again, we have our grid to actually help direct the light, to have a little more direction for the light. So let's go ahead and take this off, slide it. If you can see, you've got slits right here, like little pockets on both sides. And then you can just wrap the Velcro around it. There you go. And now you have a much more directional light that's not bleeding all over the place, which is actually really good. Whoops. So those are the accessories. One thing I want to talk about is the color saturation, like I was mentioning earlier, how from my experiences, I do get a more faithful color rendering when it comes to this light. Again, like I said before, 240 is blue to the human eye, but for some reason, the camera, on cheaper lights, it shows up as a little purplish, but with these, I get a nice solid blue. I've been using these on my webcam, especially when there's I just like to do my webcam meetings in a dark room with just my main light. And I'll show this and, hit this behind me on the walls, give me a nice blue light. And it gives me a nice color rendition, like I was saying earlier. On top of that, great color saturation as well. It doesn't get too bright, but you do get good saturation when it comes to this light. Let's see here if I can. Let's go to... Yeah, see, it doesn't get too bright, but right now I have the honeycomb on it. Whoops. And I'm already at, oh no, I'm at 18%. Let's fix that. No, I was 100%. Okay. So yeah, so it looks cool in the background. Let's talk about actually shaping the light with this, because you know, normally with tube lights, you just have a tube and the water's just spilling all over the place. One thing that I do like about these lights is the actual ability to actually shape the light. So, for instance, let's go and bring my prop. I'm gonna bring my prop right here, and we're gonna go ahead and let's dim the lights. Okay, now, so normally with any kind of light, like I said before, tube light, it would just be all over the place, just hitting kind of everything. But now, we'll use my little plant here as an example. Now you can see how the light is just kind of spread over the place, but now we can actually shape the light and just hit different parts, kind of holding back from the actual spread of this light. And this is what I really like. It also helps to magnify the light, but at the same time shape the light and really point it in the direction you want. And if you want even more control, then you have the honeycomb grid. I finally got the name right. The honeycomb grid for it. All right, so let's talk about some pros and cons in the end. Number one, it's a cool looking light. This is, well, let me bring my lights up. All right. Number one, this is a cool looking light with the fans, the bar doors, the way it just holds, the grips, and also the leather here as well. I love the color saturation of it. I love how bright it gets. And also that also comes to the tripod as well. There are some curious things that I have about this light as well. Number one, it's just the selection of the options. I know the wheel is there, but you know, unless you actually get really used to it, it's not really intuitive in the heat of the moment. But I get it. They're just trying to make space. It's kind of, I think it's maybe like their ecosystem of uses. So they're just kind of trying to keep things common across brands. I think, I'm just assuming. One curious thing is that it has no app support. I would have loved to have app support, but for some reason, this does not have app support. Not even a grouping support at all. Again, this is their first light. You know, maybe they're just going to focus on the quality of light. And yeah, it's a great quality light. Super bright, nice saturation, but doesn't get bright with the HSI. And it doesn't get hot either. But yeah, that's it. All right, guys, want to give you my thoughts and opinions on the Zhiyun Fiveray H1 light. Really hope this helped you out. As always, I'll leave links in the description down below so you can pick up your own light. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can pick up, well, so you can watch other videos. Hit that like so you can, you know, if you like what's going on here. And also ding that bell button so you don't miss out on any other future videos. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye. All right. Another light stick.